Hi, everyone. This is your GM Patrick here, and welcome to the beginning of a new teeny campaign in the form of special episodes where we're going to be playing Junker's Delight by Jason Keeley and Misha Bush-Yeager. Joining me in this adventure are 5 delightful players and my junky friends, Miles, Tyler, Rebecca, Drew, and Jabert. Welcome back, everyone, to Cosmic Crit. Hey.
Hello.
Right.
Season 3.5.
Not so much. This is like one adventure, one book. So
a little amuse-bouche.
Yeah, it's a little in between, and you'll see there's some connections between the seasons. But this is just to get us a little break before we get back into high level play. So episode 200 has been postponed in lieu of this side adventure, this little exciting tryst into storytelling.
We're going to George R.R. Martin episode 200. You're not going to see that episode for years, fam.
Well, I mean, to be honest, yeah, the end of season 3 was so much work for me. My brain was a little fried. I'm excited to have a little fun adventure where we can, have fun with some new characters before we dive back into, something I really don't want to mess up, which is season
I got to tell you, same kind of thing that I'm having. My palate is being nostalgic back to when we first started season 2, because we went from 13 to 1. Now we're back in that same era where we went from level 13 down to level 1, and I'm seeing damage numbers, very low damage numbers.
Good.
And
Good.
it's always funny to go back to level 1 and be like, oh right, yeah, we're just like a tomato in a bag. We're barely anything.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're all bagged tomatoes. That is in the rule book, Starfighter page 1. You guys are gonna be playing some bagged tomatoes for a while.
I don't know. That's kind of what Jabert's character is. A little bit.
Spoilers. We're gonna see why we've done this once season 4 starts. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, I wanted to give you guys some more time for you to get your hands on some of these new core rule books that are coming out in the intervening months between season 3 and 4. We have some play tests that we just wrapped up, and that came out this year. Season 3 was a long campaign, and season 4 is going to be pretty long too. It is only 3 books as opposed to 6, but it's going to be new ground for the podcast because we're going from season 3 level 13 to level 13 again, and then all the way up to 20. So I'm hoping Junker's Delight is going to be a fun romp. Let's think of it as a romp. Are you guys ready to romp with me?
Let's romp and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Hope so.
So I mentioned this before. Spoiler warnings. There's no space combat. This is just a good old fashioned Akitonian adventure, an expedition, if you will. Junker's Delight. I love the title too. So yeah, let's get into it. 5 brand new level 1 PCs. Let's start her up. This adventure starts out over the sun-scorched red planet of Akiton in the Pact system. The Pact Worlds is a harsh desert planet, a lawless place where gladiatorial slave pits and powerful merchant barons control meager resources. Once it was a central hub for the production of Thassaron, the starship fuel that has since had its prices plummet since the dissemination of drift travel across the cosmos. Speaking of drift travel, we see a vessel coming out of it in the space above the red planet. A large transport ship dropping into the thin atmosphere above the reddish-orange planet and cruising down through the sparse clouds to the cavernous, the massive Ideo Rift, which is a great canyon that almost circumnavigates the entire planet. And nestled into the side of the rift, the ship comes to rest at a massive city starport carved into the rock face with several tiered landing strips in a massive city just built into the side of the wall there. We see a sandblasted ship that has landed here beginning its cooling procedure, and as our ramp lowers down for disembarkment, we see the first of our player characters for the first time. And we're not going to keep you in the dark for too long. Jabert, why don't you tell us who we're looking at and tell us then who you're playing?
The door opens up and out floats an enormous brain. Yes, Akiton, just as I remember it, it is still red and dirty. Indeed, I am. This is a contemplative, bedecked in all manner of metal glued to other metal. It is. It looks as though it was somebody's first attempt at make your own armor.
Or its tiny little hanging body. It is indeed a floating brain.
Right, yeah.
Like
It's just like metal plates sort of all over. But yeah, indeed, this is my contemplative. I'm playing the archetype of the technomancer, the junkomancer.
Which is new to Junker's Delight.
Yeah, new to this book. I heard junkomancer and I said, "That's me."
Sounds like a Borderlands character if I've ever heard of one.
Right, it really does.
Junkomancer.
Covered in trash. I'm there. So
yeah, but who are you playing?
My character's name is Olivians 21-2.
Yes. I don't know.
Way back in book 2.
Book 2, Dead Sun's Adventure Path, the somewhat potentially xenocidal academic arguments of the professor. I think I might have said Alibians, but that sounds weird. I like Albians. Indeed, your character is a tenured professor there that they can't get rid of, but
they are technically not allowed to fire me, but they are occasionally allowed to force me onto sabbatical.
I was about to say they encourage and buy your tickets for any sabbaticals that you might have allowed in your contract there. So yeah, you've just started, imagine, studying in these techno magics as a level 1 character, and with junkomancy using scrap and bits of technology as magical fuel. Part of the sabbatical trip has you sent here to study for Old Cabaret University. There's tales of a ship that crash landed on this planet centuries ago that a few other professors and things in the College of Astrophysics have some interest in. So they asked if you can come take a look. A researcher here on Akiton from Absalom Station claims to have found the crash vessel in some retro tech that needs to be pulled out of the scrap yards from this downed starship.
Perfect. My background in xenoarchaeology will come right in handy.
A couple other university expeditions, like I said, have come out here, but they've not reported back. So indeed, Cabaret and outside donors have helped you out by sending you a list of local guides and bodyguards to help keep you, the tenured professor, safe. And one of those guards is waiting in a comically small seat inside the starport, perhaps getting ready to receive your luggage. Miles, can you tell me, what do we see when we look at your character? Who exactly are you playing?
Well, you see a little bit of fog as this bombastic music starts to play. And out walks my character, a lean, muscular orc dressed in a luminous, lustrous costume with donning a massive mask over his face, looking for a new challenger.
I think you could probably take this brain, to be honest.
How?
He doesn't even notice the brain.
How do you? Well, you're here to guard this brain. How do you introduce yourself?
Well, I don't need much of an introduction because my character is the Absalom Nightmare, the Ayatollah of rock and roll, the Green Meanie, the People's Champion himself, El Demonio Marty!
I am very sorry. I do not speak Spanish. I speak 11 languages, but I do not speak Spanish.
I didn't know that was a Starfinder option.
I did not know. Might Draconic come in handy? If you are flexing your muscles over in the corner, Libyans will float over to you, psychically holding like two very small suitcases, and say, "Greetings. My name is Libyans 21-2. Might you be my contact here on Akiton?"
Patrick.
Yeah, he's talking to you, but you can just say yes.
No, I know, but am I his contact?
Yeah, you're here to bodyguard the brain. You're the muscle.
Okay.
You're the muscle. He's the brain.
Good to know. Verde will nod silently.
Very good. And I sort of I place the two tiny briefcases down at his feet, and turn and start to float off in the direction that seems most appropriate.
Hey, brain guy, I'm your bodyguard. I ain't your bellhop.
Very good.
What's funny is you could probably like palm these pieces of luggage in like one hand.
It's the principle, Patrick. It's the principle.
You could just like attach them to your belt loop and be all good.
I am a 5-time Absalon Elite Wrestling champion.
It's like two light bulk. And he's like, I'm not touching those.
I can kick them as far as I can carry them.
We're gonna cut from this scene to a few miles down the rift, down the Deo Rift, to a small junk repair shop near the bottom of the valley, where we see a flying drone buzzing about a vehicle shop, the vehicle up on a jack, and a figure underneath it as a nearby hollow screen activates and kind of lights up this room. Rebecca, who do we see that pops out from underneath this vehicle? Who are you playing?
You see a Gauss Claw mechanic pop out. Her name is Jewel. She has a flying drone named Piston that is adorable and tiny. And she's an electrician from the Quindar Industries.
Right. So, indeed, this is a recent acquisition, as they indeed have been buying up some folks here on Akiton, including your shop. And we see one of the daily normal kind of transmissions come in, talking about, I don't know, stock updates, whatever Quindar Industries might have going for it. But this one seems a little different, as the image, the holographic image of the spinning Verces planet logo lingers for a moment. Afterwards, a face emerges, one that you've seen before, perhaps in promotional materials, but the current COO of Quindar Industries, Raimi Quindar, the erstwhile renegade and current golden scion of the family business. He comes on and seems to be talking directly to you and says,
"Welcome to the Quindar family of businesses across the universe. This may come as a bit of a shock, but we just purchased Jules Rapid Repairs, so you are now one of over 1 million employees, our properties throughout the Pact worlds and beyond. We have attained your business as your expertise and know-how is needed for a special assignment. Time is sensitive."
There is a knock at your shop's door. When you open it, you see an orc luchador bruiser and a contemplative hovering before you, who will introduce themselves, and pre-recorded Raimi can continue on and say, "You will need to head from here to the junk town of Khefak Depot. We have a few more retainers there to help you with your mission. Good luck and try not to get shot." It's all the way back to remind me so much of season 1. We are going to smash cut to the three of you having your luggage loaded into a hover taxi, and watch as the Sheeran driver takes you out of the trench of the city of Morrow and the Adea Rift, and onto the topsoil to what looks like miles and miles of desolate, windstorm-scoured red desert flats. The Sheeran driver here will introduce himself. He says, "My name is Chectrame. Are you all from around these parts?"
Well, howdy, I am.
What? Well, what's your name?
I'm Jewel, and this here is Piston.
I was going to ask about the thing floating around my head in the vehicle. It seems like
Bison's just having some fun with you.
Oh, great. Well, what is taking you to Khefak Depot?
Well, apparently this highfalutin COO is buying my business and now sending me to some Khefak Depot with these jokers, whoever they are.
Well, I've made the journey there many a time, spent some months living there. Most of the tourism's dried up with the water farms, but sadly the barons have moved in, and with them the gangs. The gangs like the true warriors. You folks, if you show up, it's best to keep your head down.
That will be quite difficult. I am mostly brain, you see.
I'm a gigantic brain.
I am a gigantic brain.
Keep your
Head
entire
is always up, right?
keep your
Like,
entire
clearly.
body down.
I keep my head on a swivel. I will keep my body behind armor plating.
Just realize how funny it would be to see the floating brain just like rotating all the time, just 360 like a top. This friendly Sheeran will chat you up as you make the rest of the day's kind of trip out to Khefak Depot. And the vehicle speeds towards at sundown a growing glare of tall structures in the distance, grand buildings, impossibly clean considering the fine grit choking the air, and a large wall that rings the outer edge of this depot. You see flashy signs for accommodations, entertainment adorning every surface. And as they drive deeper into town, though, this glossy facade on the exterior kind of fades away into the huddles of dust-stained apartments and buildings and businesses, along with mountains of crashed starships and junk piles stretching out beyond them. Metal, glass, plastic, and countless other materials kind of glinting in the setting sun. The streets here in the depot appear quite busy. Many wheeled vehicles, as well as hover cars trundling through the streets, some of which winding through these junk mounds. You see vendors hawking their wares on corners. As Jack Tremy pulls up to a curb, he says, "Well, this is the end of the line. Been a pleasure driving you folks. Hope you find whatever it is you're looking for out here. Bye."
Me too. Goodbye, friend.
Your next contact where you've been dropped off here is a local watering hole where liquid comes in tiny little shot glasses. And a few locals you see sitting outside on plastic tables around the saloon entrance that is like open face to the street, like a stall. And behind it, we see a small figure tending bar who seems to sense as you approach, turns to greet you. Drew, who is it that we see here? And who is it that you're playing? What is it you're playing?
Step right up. They call me the Mixer. What do you have?
Indeed, you are another point of contact instructed, or this is another point of contact you guys were instructed to meet that Albion's. Oh, another one you're supposed to meet besides the bartender here is an Asoki junk tour guide named Riddle, who Drew, your character, knows, where they are likely to be. They're supposed to meet you nearby some buildings near their residence. It's a few blocks away. Are you okay directing these folks over there?
Yeah, come on, follow me. It's not too far. Not too tough.
Nope, not at all. As walking these streets, there are small eddies of twirling red dust that kind of buffet you. You feel part of the roads here beneath your feet are just melted bits of metal paved over in a facsimile of road work. The buildings made of scrapped starship bulkheads and paneling of all kinds, kind of salvaged from the junk heaps beyond. As you guys turn the corner onto the street where you're supposed to be meeting Riddle at the far end of this short, dingy alley, you see a couple of humans with bright red skin clad in leather jackets standing over a prone figure. An Asoki woman who is on the receiving end of some serious and vicious kicks and punches. You hear her crying out in pain with every blow. Another Asoki, a male Asoki, standing over her in the distance, kind of sneers and says, "You know the consequences of refusing Mr. DeTrulo's generous offer, Randall. Really, you brought this on yourself." But take us to a map real quick. Boo, yep.
I can only ever think of Toby Determined from Gravity Falls when I hear that voice.
Right?
I'm sorry.
That's all I can hear. It's just like, finally, we're alone, Carmen Sandez from Channel 2 News. So good. It's just too good.
Okay, let me show you who exactly it is. You see down in the alley? Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, Rebecca, how is your EAC and KC so high?
Did I have it wrong?
Armor.
It's not high at all, Tyler. I don't know what you're talking about. But enough with the chatter. Take a look. Here is a picture of Riddle.
Oh,
who is currently down in the dirt, getting beaten up by what looks like a couple figures wearing the same outfit, same kind of armor uniform. One of them, one of the human males, kind of looks up as you're walking down the alley here and says, "Hey, you there! This is none of your business. Why don't you skedaddle before you find yourself missing a few teeth?"
I do apologize. Did I overhear that this one's name is Riddle? I believe this may be our business indeed.
Yeah, you guys can move down this alleyway, and as you do, for some reason, everyone stops dead in their track as you all kind of look up one another, tensely stand off, and we hear the click-clack of metalled armored boots at the other end of the alley as a figure approaches from the eastern side. Tyler, why don't you tell us who we see here and who you're playing?
so it's a medium humanoid, about 6'2", and you see his clothes covered in sand and dust that look extremely weathered, and he has a cloak pulled up over his head and both of his arms at his side as he kind of walks, and you hear the clang as he goes down, and he stops and he looks up, and you see you see his hand move towards a impossibly large sidearm, maybe the biggest hand cannon you've ever seen. And with the other hand, he pulls back his cloaked hood, and as second as it goes back, you see a flash of light as you see a pair of horns carved with runes and symbols, and in between the horns is blue flaming hair, about shoulder length, long, unkept, that blows in the wind, and a tightly, I guess you could call it a beard, but there are flames where a beard would be, that kind of burn and smolder close to his skin. His eyes are just slits as he stares down these three in the center of us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just page 1 of Tyler's character backstory.
Indeed, I think there is a shrill wind that kind of blows through this alley, making a whistling noise through some nearby junk sculptures.
Does it sound like doo-doo-doo-doo?
and then there's definitely a Desperado style stinger.
And El Demonio Verde is like, "Woo! I know what we got here. My new tag team partner."
Javi, right? Or Javi? Tyler. Javi. You indeed were coming here to meet up with someone else to guide through the city, someone you're supposed to meet and protect, and you're pretty sure this adventuring party has chewed off more than they can stomach, as you see the other side of the alley has riled up these gang members, part of DeTrulo's gang of true warriors who are up to no good. Let's jump into initiative turn order, everyone, and roll some initiative.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
First roll of the campaign is a natural 1.
Oh yeah. you're just waiting to see what everyone else does, and then you're gonna jump in, right?
And I'm sorry,
Sure.
we can't rest on Tyler's first roll of the campaign.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
can
no.
we? Because he got a natural 20.
Dude, I'm coming in just like I came out of last season.
So Tyler gets to play a pirate on one show, a cowboy on another. Wait till season 5 where Tyler plays a ninja. We'll get the whole trifecta.
I'm living the human dream over here, my friends.
Yeah, natural 20 means you're pretty much going first here. If I rolled 1, I think that would beat me up. So go ahead and start us off, Tyler. What's your big hand cannon handling character gonna do?
So you see Javi, or I guess you guys don't even know his name at this point, but you see the stranger pull his gun and he kind of spins it in one hand, and it's just like it's bigger than one of his hands, and then you see his second hand come over the top of the gun to help control it, and he kind of has it tucked into his waist, and he'll crack off a shot.
Who are you shooting at? We've got an Ahsoki.
He's gonna move a little. He's gonna move almost right up to this first individual right here.
Okay.
And he cracks off a shot, and it makes a unbelievably loud noise. For those of you who haven't ever looked at the stats for the hand cannon, it is essentially a revolver, but the gun is so big and the bullet is so big, it has at least the level 1 version has 1 round in it.
Yeah, I mean that's all you need if you do it right?
It's like a one-handed shotgun, right?
Pretty much is just a 1, and I rolled a natural 20.
All right. This season is canceled. No more.
They're coming in clutch, just like the character he's attempting to portray is just a badass.
So this gun has the knockdown critical hit effect, meaning this bullet hits this guy so hard he falls to the ground.
Oh boy. And 5 points of damage. Is that what we're saying?
I rolled
here?
really low on the damage, but yes, 5 points of damage.
Yeah, all right. Well, 5 points and catching him flat-footed as he is now posted to the ground.
And then you see
point of order. Do we not need to shout out to a Crittermander in the case like this?
I guess I should pull a card. Are we doing cards for this campaign, Patrick?
Well, that will. I mean, do you want the knockdown, or do you want me to go through the option of pulling a card?
No, the knockdown's cool.
I was about to say, for your first one, you should use your main gun ability.
I forgot that it takes the place of that.
It's such an Old West move to shoot somebody and have them fly back and
fly backwards. Yeah,
I mean, a giant red plume of dust comes up where this guy hits the scrap grounds. We ended last season with thanking our Dragon Masters with some crits. Let's thank our flanking buddies now. And if you want to get a shout out whenever we roll natural 20 in combat podcast, join up on the Patreon, and you can have it say whatever you want. Shout out your friends, or make someone say something in character, or admit that they're wrong about a certain franchise here or there. Let's shout out to Bearded Kraken. Thank you so much for your support on Patreon, and somehow empowering Tyler to roll 2 natural 20s in a row in the first combat. That's what we love.
Yeah. So and then at the end here, so you see this huge shot go off, and then once again, you see Javi move his hands, and he just like impossibly fast, moves his gun towards like a bandolier that has these big old shells on them, and he reloads the gun.
Ooh, because
he is a pistol dancer soldier, and one of the great abilities that the pistol dancer soldier has is that he can reload any small arm as a swift action.
Whoa, that's dope.
So this huge gun that only has 1 bullet doesn't bother him at all.
Yeah. All right. So great first action there. Following you is Jewel. Rebecca. I know you're born and raised in the South. I still didn't expect this character's voice coming out of you.
I'm
ever.
genuinely shocked.
It's really weird to watch it happen because it's like, that seems natural, but it's not.
Yeah, I have been very, very thrown off by Rebecca's Southern accent.
I'll tell you my the character I have in mind for her voice, and honestly, this is the first time I've even attempted this voice. I keep thinking about it and then not doing it. But is Sandy from SpongeBob? That's who I have in my head.
It's
That's
great.
what I'm going for. So.
Yeah, I imagine her wearing the little astronaut.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's see. Jewel is watching this unfold and sees this mysterious cowboy stride up and kind of take care of business. So
Yeehaw.
she certainly didn't want to get in the way.
Well, there's a couple other figures in this alleyway.
Yeah. Wondering, especially being maybe being a Gauss Claw doesn't matter here, but I was thinking, can I kind of move up to this corner here and kind of duck around the corner to shoot?
Yeah, I think that might require a little bit of a climb check moving up. This is up maybe like half of a story, I think, onto this building. What do you want to make an athletics check for me?
Oh, I see. This is like a roof.
Yeah, but it'll be a pretty simple check to scamper up.
Well, I have no strength. I do have a burrow speed, but I don't think that'll help me climb.
You got claws, right? That's probably good enough.
I mean, I guess I just misread the map. Kind of blocked.
It's tight quarters in this alleyway. Some places less than 10 feet across.
So could I come up right here in front of my friends?
I think you move in either of these spaces in front of Olympians. This one maybe just an even easier climb check, but you'd be like on top of some junk. Right now, Mixer is maybe behind cover, as it were. There.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna kind of scoot through the crowd then, and stand right in front of Alabians, and he seems squishy anyway, so I'll protect him with my strong Gauss Claw body.
Yes, Jewel, protect me. Stand in front of me.
He's a tomato in a bag, folks.
I'm a lovely bag of tomatoes, and I need protection.
All right, and she is going to shoot the nearest guy with her hail pistol.
This is a red-skinned human. This is a native Akitonian in this gang armor getup. Go ahead and make that shot.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's only a 7 to hit, so that's not going to do it.
Well, I would have quit if it was a natural 20. So thank you, Rebecca.
But I still have a hover drone who is that what this is way back here?
Yeah.
It's going to just kind of stay where it is and shoot through. I mean, kind of fly up, I guess, like hover above the junk that's there in front of them.
So unless you give it another a move action, it can do one thing, I think, on its turn. So it does have a shot from where it's at.
It does have a shot?
Yeah, I think it'll just be shooting through some friends here as a tight quarter.
Okay.
If you want to instead have it fly up, you can, but I think that'd be its turn.
No, as long as it can shoot at all.
Go
all right,
ahead.
so it will shoot.
2 natural 3s to start off. Not as good as natural 20s, but they can't all be.
I'm being punished for my accent.
I think you're being rewarded, but it's a good thing that you have spent your turn getting in front of Albians who just randomly put out in front of your group, as you're like the leader, right?
I am the leader of this group. I will stand in the front.
Because indeed they are going to the red-skinned human who talked to you before says, you can't leave now. You've seen too much. Is going to move over to Jewel, and he's already got out what looks like some kind of cudgel, a tactical baton, technically. Is going to try and strike a Gauss Claw. Try and beat you up. Natural 18
no.
on the dice. Certainly a hit.
Pop.
And we're doing some bludgeoning damage. 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the tactical baton.
Ouch.
And this other human is going to well, I guess I need to think about action economy here because he is down on the ground. You know what? He's just going to, while down on the ground, doesn't have anyone next to him provoking. He's going to pull out his pistol and take a shot back at you, Javi.
How dare you?
Blast him, and it looks like this is a little energy pistol, pulse caster pistol. And a 15.
He's
on the
rolling
dice.
rocks.
It's not that much, is 1d4 non-lethal electricity damage. 2 points of damage, and that is going to be their turn. Drew, we are moving on to you with Mixer.
All right. Is the stuff that's in front of Mixer stuff that he needs to climb over, or can he get around that easily?
You can just move through your comrades, through Olympians and Jewel.
All right. He's going to do that and produce a small little sword, and he's gonna attempt. If you watch him, he's going a little fast. He's applying something to that. He's got a little minor action going on as he puts a minor biohack of a minor inhibitor into this. As we make an attack with his little sword here.
And this Akitonian human that just attacked your Gauze Claw friend.
That's a 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right, so that is 5 points of damage, and the
Ooh, ouch.
and this guy is going to take a -1 penalty to all of his attack rolls for the next 6 rounds.
Yikes. Oh, 6 round. Okay. All right. Calm down. I don't know if he's going to live that long, but that is
Drew,
your
did you mention what class you're playing?
Oh, I'm playing a biohacker, by the way. I should probably,
Yay.
I should probably say that.
Oh, biohacker. Here we are.
I was in character. I couldn't help it.
I know.
Yeah, so you're mixing up shots and mixing up some
Mixing up shots and mixing up knots.
yeah,
Lethal
some
injections.
some injections from the biohacker class. Olympians 21-2. Jabert, you have been spared melee on the first round, which might have just taken your character out. Who knows? No, I think you would have been able to tank 5 damage, right?
Almost.
Almost. What do you want to do on your turn here?
I am going to stare with my mighty brain into the mind of this Isoki, and I'm going to clear my mind of all thoughts and try to force her to do the same. I'm casting Daze. That is
Okay.
a will save.
Days on the Isoki. Let me look up that stats. Worst save. Oh no.
Oh, good call, Jabber.
Hey, but 15. Is that
I don't know. Do you have a negative?
No. Why would I?
I mean, I have negatives.
Would I have a negative save? No, it is 0 though, so it's
Okay.
15.
Well, DC is 14.
Oh, just made it. She shakes it off, or he shakes it off as he looks at you and says, obviously that one's in charge. Get the brain.
Get the brain.
The giant brain. Any move action you like to do?
So it's a move action. I'm back at it, Patrick. I've taken the feet barricade.
Oh no. That feat.
I use my enormous brain and my mind powers to put garbage in front of me to protect me from the evildoers' harmful UV rays.
And some of their pistol shots, maybe.
And maybe pistols too.
El Demonio Verde. You've rolled a natural 1, but still not going.
I don't know what that name means. I don't speak Spanish. I should have learned Spanish before coming to Akiton.
Oh, boy, this is gonna be a thing.
Why don't you make me a perception check, Miles, before you start your turn in earnest for your character?
Okay, it's 12.
That is enough to hear some scampering coming from down the alleyway as a couple more figures seem to be coming to reinforce their friends here. A couple more small scampering Isoki gang members in the next alley over to the south.
Oh boy.
I think also your drone will be able to see this jewel without a perception check, just as they are out in the open.
So Patrick, can I go through my friends?
Can you move through them? Yes.
Yeah. So I can go here. Correct.
Yep. You want to move up to this human
Yes.
warrior?
Yeah, I want to move to the human warrior, and in in honor of our cowboy friend, give this fellow a buckshot lariat with my entropic strike. And let's hope that's a 20 to hit.
17 on the dice. That is a hit.
For 4 points damage.
Okay. All right. This guy is not looking too good as he's been shot up. He's been manhandled with a vanguard strike. And that is your turn. That is going to bring us to the Isokis, a couple of which are going to move up into the alley behind you guys. The one that was in front of you, I think is going to move forward. Oh boy, they're not great at melee. It's actually going to let's take 2 shots at El Demonio Verde. So
Demonio.
these are flat D20s I'm rolling against. What's your KAC, Miles?
17.
That is way too high for level 1. Let's roll some 17.
Rebecca's 15 was big.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not. Tyler, you just don't remember.
I thought that was impressive. Not a 17 though. So
I think probably 18, maybe 19 might be the max here at this level. Anyway,
I haven't been level 1 for a while.
2 and a 3. That's 2 misses. And a couple of 2 so far for me this campaign.
I'm not going too much better.
These 2 at the end here are going to make some similar shots, but a single attack as they've both moved. Let's crack one off at the backside of Olympians. 21-2 first shot. 14, and that is 18 in total. And that is a hit. Is that correct, Jabert?
Oh, believe it or not.
Yeah. 1d6 piercing damage as a crack of a semi-auto pistol fills the alleyway and the backside here. 4 points of damage.
I'm bloodied.
It's happened.
Oh no! Somebody go help the brain.
Oh no! Where's my bodyguard? Why did he run away? I need my bodyguard.
We're going to do the same to Jules' drone. That's hard to say. Jules' drone.
Piston. Just call it piston.
Piston. Yeah, with a single shot. A 9 on the dice. So a 13 in total against Casey. That's a miss.
Yes.
Okay.
I was so worried about my drone.
That's turn 1. We're back to Javi here on turn 2.
All right. Javi's going to shoot the one Yosoki that's still near him with the Bravado hand cannon.
What a bravado?
Bravado.
The hand cannon Bravado is the full thing.
Pretty sure it's
Anyway.
bravado.
Yeah, the word is bravado.
Yeah, say it however you want. I don't care.
Bravado.
Remember, we
That's
didn't
a
take
done, folks.
Spanish on this episode.
That's true. Olympians doesn't know that. You can tell them it's bravado.
El Dio Neo.
I
Demo Neo.
Pneumonia.
I did not realize this was going to be a thing.
I didn't think it would be, Miles, but I think it's rapidly approaching a thing.
Tyler, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot, Tyler.
I took my shot. I think it's a miss.
What'd you get? Against KAC, you're shooting at the Isoki.
Yep.
This is level 1. That's a hit.
Man, I am rolling. This gun can do a lot of damage, folks. It's a big gun, but I'm rolling like 1s and 2s. 2 points of damage. And swift action reload, move action to come right up to
This
the
downed guy still, right?
downed individual.
Okay. Jules is up next. Back to Rebecca. You've got a couple Soki underneath your drone. You've got a human warrior right in front of you with melee weapon out. And also you've been pinned in by your allies, including a barricade on your backside. So you're kind of committed to this fight.
I know, and I feel I'm stuck because, like, if I do anything, I'm gonna get hit. Like, if I shoot, I get hit. If I move, I get hit. Like, is there any? So Goss claws are able to burrow. Can I burrow under this guy without provoking?
Well, that would still count as a move action. So if you want to burrow down, I think you can burrow as a like a step. It's like a 5-foot step, but
it still provokes if you go farther than that.
Yeah, and he'd still be able to, I think, hit you down in the hole, maybe. So I don't know. I think your option is just take him out, just double attack, right?
Gosh, no.
Believe
well,
in
I
the
have
heart of the
melee
dice.
weapons, so I think all I can do is just shoot point blank.
Once or twice.
Just once. Didn't go so well the first time, so I'm not going to take any chances.
So he will get an attack of opportunity first, but he's at a -1 on this because of the shot he was given by Mixer. So I'm gonna get this tactical baton attack out of the way. Chomp. It's a miss.
Oh, good.
It's a miss without any help from your teammates because I rolled a 4. Make your attack.
Well, Jewel will first say, I sure am sorry to do this to you.
Oh, are ya?
Yeah.
That's a hit.
All right. That is 3 damage.
Okay, he is still up. He's a tough looking son of the soil.
Piston is going to zoom up to the roof.
Okay. Well, that will just be a single move action if you want to fire off a shot as well with.
No, I can only do a move or a standard, right?
So if
right, because I didn't move.
If you directly control it with your drone control, yeah, you can basically give it a full action.
Oh, that's true. All right, well, I'll take a shot back at the Isoki that was trying to attack my drone.
All right, go right ahead.
Poor little buddy. That's an 18.
Another hit and max damage. Looks like 4 points of damage. And this is a KAC pistol shot as well. Cracking out, right?
Yes, piercing.
Excellent. All right, we are back to the human True Warrior gang member's turn. This guy in front of Javi is going to stand up and so still has out the pistol. Is going to make a point blank shot against you.
Does standing up provoke in this game?
It doesn't, but shooting a pistol does.
Oh, well, then I'm going to hit you.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, if you have a weapon out.
Well,
so again, pistol dancer. I can pistol whip folks. So
I can't believe you got a quick reload and pistol whip for free. That's like
free.
like 2 different feats for the
1.
operatives.
Yeah.
well,
It's so dope.
You got to use pistols, so there's the trade.
Yeah.
I mean that's operatives too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey,
I
deals
can
big damage. They're pretty good.
I can pistol whip you. I rolled an 18.
Oh,
so
you
that's a
do.
Hit.
You crack him in the side of the head, but he is still standing.
Minimum damage. 2 points of damage.
Okay. All right. But all right, he's gonna make his shots against you, and I've only rolled a 15 though. That is
enough.
hit. Right, that is a hit, and 2 points of electricity damage, non-lethal electricity damage. And then this one has a couple of targets. Both El Demonio and Mixer did some damage. I'm going to make a couple attacks, 2 attacks with the tactical baton, one against each of you in that order. Orc then Goblin. Oh no, missed. Against El Demonio, who's too fast for me. I don't know why I did that. You have such a high KC, but I've hit against you, Drew, for Mixer. So let me roll up some damage. Some bludgeoning damage. That is 6 points of bludgeoning damage. How is Mixer doing?
I've had hangovers that were worse.
Oh, you monster! All right, that is their turn. Is your turn, Drew?
Oh, well, we're gonna hit this guy right back.
Yeah, I would.
I like that it's a 4v1. This guy's still up.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
So I should say, I mean, these humans, they look a little bit tougher than their Isoki counterparts. A little Beefier.
I really want to do 2 attacks, but I'm just gonna hit him once.
Sounds like coward talk to me.
Yep.
Don't let him talk you into it.
Well, you're not 3 feet tall.
Oh,
That's
no.
an 8 to hit.
Oh, 7 on the dice. You've only got the +1. That is a miss. Maybe now is the time I should tell you, in this campaign and potentially going forward into season 4, you guys do not have book rerolls. Those aren't a thing anymore. Instead, you have level rerolls. Once per level, you can reroll a d20.
Oh, I was about to start brewing, and then I got but now I'm taking it all back.
You're welcome.
Because there's only 1 book technically. So
Yeah, exactly. But a couple times in this side adventure, you can reroll one. Do you want to do that now, Drew? Episode? No. Okay,
No,
then
I
we're
don't.
on to well, if you want to make a move action, you can. Otherwise, Libyans 21-2. Jabert, you've got some bad guys on your backside.
Ooh, that I do. Bad guys everywhere. Not a single area of effect spell.
You see, though, this human in front of your mechanic friend is looking pretty weak. The one that you are 4 teaming. Wow, he takes on a couple on the backside.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to cover our flanks. And I think I'm going to target this one that just shot at me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to turn around and use my gigantic brain to whip these junk pieces that I've got as a barricade around at
Throwing junk. What
reflex
is this?
save, junk shard.
Oh, is this a spell?
Spell. Pew, pew.
Okay. And is this a new spell? Junk shard?
It is a new spell. Yeah.
All right, let me make that reflex save. I made it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so you take half damage. So
Oh my goodness. No.
points
so
of
much
damage.
That is not 3d6, is it?
yes.
Oh my god, you almost rolled maximum. Oh, ouch.
I know. I was really, really hoping you were gonna fail that save, but I was just gonna like obliterate
Murder this guy. Ouch. Okay. That happened. Do you want to take a move action? 8 is still a lot. That's the most damage.
This is level 1.
A crit
Yeah.
didn't do 8. That's a fail.
I am going to barricade myself. I was building a box around me.
Little fortress psychically swirling.
now. Hey,
I live in here. This is my home. You all tell me when the battle is done.
If you barricade 3 more sides, you've got a
I got a little cube.
El Demonio Verde.
So this guy is still up.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He's very weak though. If you want,
Take him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take him to a super kick party.
bring a flying knee.
That's a 14 to hit.
Oh, that is a hit, and that is
5 points of damage.
more than enough to take him out. To KO this apparently a super strong human in front of you guys. And we got a couple more on the western side of the alleyway.
I have like 3 books worth of wrestling moves that I can use for the rest of this campaign, so don't worry.
Oh, good. I wasn't worried about that at all. There's a couple of guys on the eastern side as well. You have a move action. What would you like to do?
I am going to help our cowboy friend out.
Excellent. Technically, I think you can, flank with him if you want to run up to that guy.
Miles, I don't want to tell you what to do.
Then
Yeah,
don't.
well, then don't. Because as
Why?
as-
Why? Wait. Are you about to do something real stupid?
You're about to get blasted, fool.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Then he is going to go towards these Yasokis.
Oh, we're not going to blast our new friends.
Yeah.
All right. You're moving up.
Wait.
on the,
Wait. Do I have fire resistance? Hold on. Let me check real quick.
I don't think so. As in
Don't
work.
If you do, then you're fine. Go for it.
You're moving up onto the Asoki that took a shot at Piston, Jules Drone Piston. This other one that has got like tons of shrapnel, junk shrapnel in his face, is screaming and screaming bloody murder as he drops his tactical semi-auto pistol and runs away.
Wow.
Double move down the alleyway.
Oh, boo!
I have defeated the Rat King.
You see like a vehicle, like a block down. Boy, howdy. That's a lot of damage, but we still got a couple of Asoki left. And this one is, it's going to move around Javi. And you've already used your attack of opportunity, correct? Yes. So he's going to move around and flank with the other human on the freak gunslinger here. And is going to bring out a pistol, or not pistol, bring out a knife and try and stab you in the back.
Go for it.
Natural 20. It's like my
I deserve
least damaging weapon, I think, these guys.
Still going to do more than my 20.
Patreon shout out, another one. We'll go down the list. Brandy S, thanks so much for backing us. Oh, wow. Looks like,
Thanks for stabbing
at the
me.
time of recording, over a year. Thank you so much. By the time this comes out, well over a year. 2d4 plus 2, 7 points of damage. How's Javi doing?
I'm at hit point damage.
Okay, that is their turn. This one is Miles. You can make an attack of opportunity because this guy is going to try and shoot you point blank. This other
All
Asoki.
right. Well, I'm going to do that.
Because they're much better with their pistol. So and feel free to entropic strike.
All right. Let's see what we can do here. That's a 15 to hit
That is a hit.
for 5 points of damage. So it's a V trigger.
Oh,
Go.
max damage on the D3. Okay, he's still up and he's gonna still make that attack, even though he doesn't like it.
Please do.
I've rolled a 7 though, and I need to roll real high for your KAC. Jeez Louise. And you've already used your attack of opportunity, so as a move action, this guy's just gonna move down the alley as well. Just try and run away. Because he's now, he's in hit points. Talk about some HP damage. And that is turn 2. Turn 3, we're back to you, Tyler, with the Ifrit gunslinger, Javi, surrounded on both sides. A couple of slightly injured opponents here. What do you want to do?
Yep. Well, this is so. How many? Am I going to take 2 attacks of opportunity if I move like that?
So this one character only has a pistol out, so just a potential attack from the Asoki.
Then yeah, let's do that.
All right, I'm gonna make that attack roll. Natural 2, it's a miss.
Good. Okay, so you see Javi kind of try to do a little 2-step to get behind everybody, and then he raises his pistol up and he's holding his arm with his other hand, and you see all the fire from his hair start funneling into the pistol. And as he's doing that, he says, "You fools! I'm the blue demon of Akiton. Now let me see you dance!" And out from the gun, just a 15-foot cone of flame erupts out, and you need to make reflex saves.
Oh boy. Oh no, ominous background thunder in real life. Don't like that. I'm usually rolling rocks for saves, so let's see. The Asoki's gonna be the first D20, this human the second. Oh, the Asoki's good. Saved the human.
You're still taking halves.
Human, no. All right. What damage are we talking about here for? I'm guessing this is the Ifrit. Is this a racial ability?
Yeah, it is. Wow, I cannot roll well on a D8 for my life.
Hey, 5 and a 2. That's average,
gosh,
right?
7 points of damage.
So 3 for the Asoki and full 7 for this guy. Oh, he is still up, but he is burnt to a crisp and hurting. This human. Jewel, we are back to you. You see the other side of the alley light up with blue flames. What would you like to do?
Well, that sure is curious. She's going to step right up and take a shot.
shoot this human in the back.
Yeah, that's only an 11 to hit, though.
You keep saying it, but it's level 1.
Right.
And this is, this is cold and piercing damage. So this is against KAC, right?
Yes.
It is a miss, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Against KAC, yeah. So close,
Right.
but so far.
But I still have Piston up on top of the roof, and Piston is very much in range with their own weapon.
What's the range of that?
60.
Pistol. Oh, very much in range. I think
Yep,
this entire
very
map
much
is
in
within range.
Plus, it's got teleportive, so even if it were outside of the range increment, it would only be a -1.
Oh, it's
All right.
teleporting now?
Yeah, it's
They teleport now? They
Yeah,
teleport
the
now.
The bullets teleport out of the gun. Isn't that cool? All right. So I'm going to take a shot with Piston. That's only a 9.
Once again,
Lame.
rerolls per level. At least 3 this mini campaign. Not that you have to, but not that many episodes. If not, then we're moving on to this gentleman's turn, who he's going to swing around and he's going to shoot right back at you, Jewel. He's going to take 2 attacks with this energy pistol, and these are straight D20 rolls. Oh no, even less than that. So this is a 16 against EAC. Is that a hit?
Yes.
All right, so 1 hit for 2 points of non-lethal electricity damage. You're still doing fine, I'm guessing.
I am in 2 HP damage now.
Oh boy. The other human is down, is dead. Drew, you're standing over the corpse. How is Mixer doing on his turn?
But you smell worse than me. But he's going to race forward, and he is going to slice at this dude right here. Again, you're going to see him quickly apply some chemicals to his weapon as he does so.
Yeah, that's not a move action or anything. But you just do that as part of the attack, right?
It as a biohacker, it's just a swift action. I don't have to. I just have to announce that I'm doing it beforehand. I'm gonna apply the minor inhibitor.
All right, make that attack.
It's 10.
10 against Casey is a miss, unfortunately. Okay, because he stood up. If he didn't, that'd probably be a hit. Libyan's 21-2. There is no more Sokies behind you. You've really put a hurt on one of them. What would you like to do?
You foolish fools, you've fallen into my trap. I'm going to I'm gonna fly out of my fortress of solitude. And let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the Soki.
Still a Soki and a human true warrior on the battlefield.
I am feeling a little exposed here, so I think it's time for another junkyards. I'm throwing more junk at the Soki.
How many times can you do this? So good.
3.
Oh no.
So powerful.
No. I don't like
Satan.
it. Oh goodness. I've rolled a couple 18s. Can I do it again? I've rolled a 13, so that is a save, but
DC is 15.
I don't like how much damage it is. You can still knock this guy out on half. Let's see what you roll.
13 is what I rolled.
Oh, 6. That is enough to knock them down. They had 6 hit points left. Boy. El Demonio Verde. There is a Soki fleeing down the alleyway. You can still reach. And one more.
Oh, he's going for him.
Yeah, all right. Running up.
Yes.
You don't leave the ring until Demonio Verde says you leave the ring.
That's a 21 to hit.
He's down.
So we're doing the 5, but beforehand, before the 5 knuckle shuffle, he does the back palm to his face, waving it a little bit. You can't see me.
I am an invisible orc.
And takes him out.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy one. I had 3 hit points left, so I don't get a turn with them now. And Javi, there's but one human gang member left, and technically they're pretty surrounded right now. I don't like their odds. What would you like to do?
I think the smartest thing, let me actually look at my attack bonuses here. Trying to figure out if moving in and if shooting is going to be better, or it's going to be the exact same no matter which way I do it. So we're going to shoot.
All right, make that shot. You got a clean shot. It's about 15 feet away.
Finally max damage on this cannon. 8 points of damage.
So much weights and damages. A neat hole bores through his head, and he's dead before he gets to the ground. And we're out of combat.
Woo!
Woo-hoo! All right.
I float gingerly up to this behorned gun toter, and I say to him, "Oh, thank you very much for the assist. We were looking for this one, you see, and it seems that others have found her first."
The figure on the ground. I should first say, why don't you guys give me a perception check? You can start picking up Riddle, but they are in and out of consciousness, and it looks like in some pain.
Riddle. Looks like you've been riddled with bullets. You gonna be all right?
It's no joke.
I had him on the ropes, but they fell back up. We've got a pretty grand perception check from Libyans as well. Did I see another? Do you want to roll one for me, Miles?
My perception is just so bad.
You get a little bonus because you're kind of away from everyone right now.
Oh, never mind. That's 20.
Natural 20. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I think you and Libyans, maybe up above the alleyway, see a sleek black hover car rolling by, and a goblin scrambling into the back seat, and behind a black tinted window that rolls down partially, you see the stern face of a hilky woman, a crimson skinned Akitonian with a shock of white hair kind of buzzed on the sides, who sneers in your direction, rolls that window up as the vehicle speeds away down the dusty streets of Khefak Depot. Besides that, Riddle comes in and out of consciousness, kind of gritting through bloodied teeth.
Can I do anything to help Riddle, like a medicine check or anything like that?
Please do. See if you can see what else. Oh my goodness, that's
a 28.
Too high of a medicine check.
What?
Biohackers, holy free holy. Not only can you tell that, she's got some bruised ribs and maybe just got the wind knocked out of her, but I think you're able to make it so she's not in so much pain. Kind of snaps out of it for a second there, and she'll be fine after a few nights rest, easily enough. And as you get her up on her feet, Mixer, she says, "Hey there, you must be the expedition team that's come to help me out. If you don't escort me inside down the street, make you some coffee as a reward for you beating those fools. And there's a dingy motel in the back if we all want to take a nap and kind of sleep this one off."
How appealing does that sound? Ooh, how nice, lovely.
Yeah, I gotta have you guys rest up because I got some errands to send you on. You can walk her back to a small storefront between a hardware store and what looks indeed like a very dirty looking boarding house called Fat Mouse Flop House. And between them, there's an unilluminated neon sign that reads "Adventures in Junk." Riddle, who I should say is a pretty precocious looking but scarred up looking Ahsoki woman. She unlocks the door here, kind of gestures you, once again, through pain gestures all inside. And, she does look up and down the street before locking the door behind her and locking you guys inside.
Are we expecting more company?
Yeah, not after the thrashing they just got, that's for sure. They probably won't be back tonight. Maybe they will. Who knows?
Who were those ruffians?
Oh, yeah, those are the true warriors. They kind of have it in for me.
Don't live up to their name.
Yeah.
Oh, good one. I put up a the tiniest little baby hand for a high five.
Oh, baby arms.
So, Eldemonio will just use one pinky to high five him.
Oh, that's a big finger you have there.
That's a high one.
Ooh. One is all you need.
The building's interior here, as the lights flicker on, is an eclectic mix of different decorations, brightly colored posters showing cartoonish figures excitedly examining crashed starships and piles of junk. There's racks of mass-produced trinkets and souvenirs, little globes, holographic name displays, but obviously none of your names are here. It's only very popular names. There's also some artistic statues crafted out of metal debris welded together, and 3 desks evenly spaced along the floor here with very dusty looking computer terminals and a couple of comfortable seats on the opposite side. It doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time, as the air is stale. What would you guys like to do? She kind of shuffles in the back and takes a load off, sits down for a moment.
I'd like to take a look around.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to look at?
Can I just do a perception check?
Yeah, go right ahead.
It's an 18.
Ooh, some rocks. Rolling some rocks. Yeah, you see the statues here and in the back have titles like Akiton at Sunset and Dust Storm, and are polished enough they reflect the light of the ceiling's fixtures, but indeed seem to be welded out of various bits of junk metal. I think she'll kind of see you eyeing them and some of the other souvenirs along the wall and says, yeah, tourism business is only one of my jobs. I also make junk into scrap sculptures, if you will. What better way to remember your trip through the trash to take a trinket to go? That's what I say.
Yeah.
She'll offer you guys a drink. There's a coffee maker on the side table, little mini fridge underneath that you see. There's some very small bottled waters, black milk pop. And she's like, here, help yourself. Whatever you want, go ahead and take it.
El Demonio Verde would take a black milk pop because he used to do commercials for it.
Oh, yeah. What better way to cool down from a ring match than black milk carbonated?
New refreshing milk.
Is this here your store? What do you keep on the computers here?
Oh, well, that's where my employees used to work, but they haven't been here in some time. They got run off, by the gang
Of the previously noted true warriors, I presume.
Yeah, it was a few months back, and this no-neck Shabbat named Detrullo came to town and put pressure on all the junk tourism agencies, to pay him protection money. And see, I was born here in Khefak Depot, and we're a tough bunch. Usually when some goons try this racket, they get run out of town, but Detrullo has got a whole gang of muscle behind them, these true warriors that got run out of Morrow. And yeah, they're aren't afraid of busting you up, as you might have noticed from all those kicks they were administering me.
I take it your payment of protection did not go through.
Well, they never got it from me. They come around about once a week or so, and I'm usually able to dodge them, but not this week. Most of the other agencies, they're paying Detrullo, but just made him bolder. Now he's demanding more, and he set himself up as kind of a crime boss here in Khefak Depot. And even though he's paid off, he's still causing me trouble. He's run off all my guides. That my employees, they haven't been here in weeks. There's no way I'm going to give him what he wants, though. I'm not going to pay him for protection from himself. No way. Anyway, you all are new in town. You come in here looking for something in the junk, from what I hear.
Indeed, we hear tell. Hear tell. That's the word. We hear tell of a ancient ship of some sort that has been discovered here.
Yeah, well, that's probably not your only concern now that you've made an enemy out of these true warriors. They'll be gunning for you if you're doing some business here in the depot. But if you're willing to help me out, I'll help you out. Be your guide for free. If you can help me with one little thing. There's money in it for you, mind you. I don't have any employees at the moment, but if you guys want to be my employees, I do have a client, a big one that walked in just the other day, and they're some kind of historian from Absalom Station with more credits than common sense. Says they're looking for, indeed, a piece of salvage, a starship of some kinds that they say could change the galaxy. But yeah, the problem is they've gone missing.
This sounds like a person who might be of use to my research. Pray tell, who is this person?
Oh, it's an android lady named Very 13. Kind of skinny, about medium height, green braids, golden circuits underneath their skin. You can see. If you ask around, maybe some of the locals have seen her and see where she's headed. Darn tourists like this are likely to be eaten by a Khefak than they are to find what they're looking for out in the junk without a guide or some muscle to protect them like you. If you all can find Very and bring her back, well, she's prepaid me and I can pay you 500 credits each. Does that sound good?
As long as you're footing the bill, my gun's yours.
Well, like I said, the android's the one with all the credits, but that money's gonna run dry if we don't find her, or if maybe some of the other nastier elements of the city find her first. But you all can handle yourself in a fight. Between you got the contemplatives know-how, you got that one's gun, that one's fist, you got a drone, and your bartending capabilities. It seems like you'd be able to stand the rigors of the depot.
You got any idea which way she went or who she might have talked to?
Not at all. That's why I wanted to pay you. I don't want to go looking because the gangs, the true warriors, they'll beat me up if I go about asking questions. Any other questions? Anything I can answer for you before I pass out from internal bleeding?
Might you have some additional information about this person so that I may learn to know them more personally?
This indeed sounds like the information that you're interested in for Cadre University. This Very 13's looking for. If you ask about that, Riddle says, they weren't too specific about what they were looking for, but they were very excited. But like I said, whatever they found, even if they're dead, if you can find what they were looking for, there's probably a big payday in that too. Not saying, dead or alive, but, make some Khefak stew out of roadkill. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, I guess I was trying to see if I could learn more about the person. So I don't have personal knowledge of Very 13. So the reason I'm asking is because I have a spell called No Coordinates. That would help me. It's for locating people, but you need personal knowledge. You need to be able to identify the creature clearly from personal knowledge of who they are. So
I don't think this is someone you've met. They are Absalom based, whereas you're
they wouldn't be able to describe them well enough that I would feel like I knew them or anything. So
unfortunately, no. Riddle was hired by this android maybe just a few days prior and didn't have too much interaction, but paid a lot of creds to potentially get shown around town. Any other questions? I know both Jabert, you and El Demonio got a good look at a sinister looking figure. Is that something you'd bring up to the rest of the crew?
Yeah, I would describe the person and the car and the goblin, and I would say, it looks like someone else. It looks like the gang has indeed taken an interest in our comings and goings in this place. Mayhaps we should inquire as to their affiliation. What say you, Riddle?
Yeah, if you describe who you saw in the car, Riddle kind of frowns a little bit and we'll scratch behind her ear and says, yeah, hulky woman, yeah, Sharka, silver hair, permanent scowl. I'm sad to say you got spotted by none other than Tez Tronin. It's Detrulo's top lieutenant and maybe the most bloodthirsty enforcer in the entire gang. You don't want to go toe-to-toe with her as she taps into what they say is some dark powers. At the sound of this, I think, Javi, your horns light up. Maybe your hair gets a little brighter as indeed this is someone that you know well, a former colleague, if you will.
Yeah.
Tez Tronin.
Javi speaks up and says, "The Yosoki's right. If you see Tez, you leave her alone. She's mine. I have a score to settle with that woman. So if this takes us down that route, you have my gun, no problem." Miles, it looks like you said something, but you were muted.
Yeah, the moment's passed.
Okay. That was good. That's why I wanted to wait to say what I wanted to say. I'd come back to it.
Well, say something now. I want to hear.
Well, no, because I mean,
voices.
now that Javi's already spoke up, because it doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't know why. Maybe you wouldn't be too intimidated by this figure. Fairly.
Oh no. No, my character's stoked.
But by a dangerous gangbanger.
No, so El Demonio Verde is looking for a challenge. So he is hyped. So you tell him something's dangerous, and he's not running away from that.
Very good. I am so glad to have enthusiastic colleagues on this series of errands.
But listen, stranger, I heard you call yourself the Blue Demon?
Javi looks over and he's kind of pulled the cloak back up over his head a little and he kind of goes, "Yeah, I've been known by many names around these parts, and I kind of like to keep it on a simple basis. Some have called me the Blue Demon of Akiton, otherwise have called me the Doom Ghost. Some legends even just claim I'm a mirage going through town. But most people who know my name don't live long enough to say it out loud." And he pulls the gun out and he does some showmanship with it, and then he flashes it to where he's holding it, and it's perpendicular, so you can see the profile view of this. I can't begin to overstate the bulkiness of this weapon.
Does it look like a cartoon pistol? Just every aspect of it's too big.
Like a Roger Rabbit pistol?
Mechanically, I have to fire the pistol with both hands.
Oh my!
So that's the size of it. But you see an engraving along the barrel, and at the very tip of the barrel, where the mouth is, you see the word Javi T. Ataliso, and he's like, "Folks just call me Javi. I'm just named after the piece I carry."
So El Demonio Verde puts his arm around Javi. He's like, "Shoot, you and me, we're gonna get along just fine. My name translates as the Green Demon."
Oh, that's what it means.
Oh, that's what it means.
Oh man, are we gonna combine into what the purple demon? Would we be the purple demon at that point?
Maybe we should all pick a color.
Okay, you need to go back to art class.
I did not. I don't know.
Olivian's is the pink demon. As the 5 demons combine into the super mega demon.
Super mega demon.
I think that could good as we have mecha rules.
What about our the brainy side of this party? What are you guys doing? What are you talking about? A mixer, a jewel, a literal brain. Are you excited to head out into the junks looking for some random researcher?
I think the promise of a room sounded appealing. I need a place to put down my very heavy bags and unpack my sundry items. But after that, oh boy, am I ready to get back out there and definitely do some adventuring.
How about you two?
Well, I need to rest as well just to get stamina back. But I'm not sure there's any real reason to go into the computer. But I don't know, Joel might, surf the internet or something, see what's on those computers.
Need to check your email.
Practice her hacking, and we do.
Yeah, I mentioned these are pretty basic computers, but they are connected to a fairly limited local infosphere, and perhaps you get like super slow dial-up speeds from faraway Morrow and like beyond. What about Mixer? What's Mixer doing this whole time?
Bates sitting behind the bar, ready to get out there and get to work. Let's mix it up.
And I needed to have a mixer sound effect.
That
Please
is
do not bring a mixer to you with the recording.
We got a episode 1 catchphrase already. Every combat. Let's mix it up.
Oh boy.
But seriously, if you bring a mixer onto this podcast, it will be audio hell.
It'll be the last episode of this podcast.
It'll be a mixer, but it might be 2 cups with some dice in it, which is
Oh, that's
I was just gonna say it's gonna sound like 8 nickels in a glass jar. It's gonna be awful.
Oh no. Drew's doing
I'll make
chef's
it work.
kisses.
I'll
Nobody
make it
else is
work.
doing chef's kisses.
But as you guys are getting ready to leave for the nearby motel,
We've rested
aka
for a while?
Flophouse. No, you're heading out to rest. But before you do, Riddle is going to stop you and say, "Oh, I got to thank you guys. Before you leave and before you head out, maybe in the morning on these dangerous streets out there, I got a little bit of tech could help you out. I made it myself from scrap in the Starship Yard. I call it a breakaway Aegis. You can think of it as kind of a one-time shield. It can help, take a hit for you, but it's going to crumble if you do. But like Humpty Dumpty, you can put it back together again." Another new item from Junker's Delight, a breakaway Aegis, is a technological item indeed that you can use it, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's kind of like a one-time shield that can take a little hit for you.
Is there just one for the party, or
Just one, yeah. But is if you guys gain some credits or some UPBs, you can buy or create another with just some junk and some technical know-how. You do need a free hand to hold it like a shield, but as a reaction, kind of works like shields in Pathfinder 2e. You can just bring it up and kind of absorb a little bit of a hit. So yeah, as you make your way out of the office, Riddle says, take a rest, but as you get out there, watch your back. It might be a small depot, but got a lot of folks itching to prove themselves out there. Take what's yours. So keep those heads and brains on a swivel, and don't forget a to be continued.
No.
Wow. Yeah. Next time. Yeah, we are going to be back. We have a number of special episodes lined up in Junker's Delight. This is just the first part of a few. Hope you guys like this out there listening. Friends, thanks for playing with me.
Thank you,
Patrick.
Lost count of how many characters you all have made up for the podcast, for streams, what have you. But every time it's like my new favorites. So thanks for listening, Crittermanders, and we'll catch you next time on Cosmic Crit.
Good night.
Bye, folks. Good night.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.